So having given you a little bit of my background, let me dive into this next topic. What I want to share with you is, in the last video, I made reference to the fact that teaching language is a skill. And that's a two-part thing. Let me tell you, language learning is a skill. It's a skill, it's not a subject, okay? And teaching anything, but in particular teaching foreign language, is a skill. It's not a subject, okay? Why is it so important to make the distinction between a skill and a subject? Well, it's really important for a variety of reasons. Number one is that in the United States, we give a lot of credibility to subject matter experts, right? So, in my other career as a corporate trainer, a lot of times I'm considered a subject matter expert on communications or subject matter expert on conflict resolution or interpersonal dynamics. So the difference between a skill and a subject is a skill is something that you actually do. Okay, so I know that this analogy is sort of overused, but I'm going to use it because it just fits. It's the whole riding a bicycle thing, okay? Imagine that I put together a series of YouTube videos in which I tell you step by step how to find your center of gravity and how to ride a bicycle. And then imagine that I get a group of people and we sit around and we have this amazing think tank about how it is that bicycle riding, could be a part of your life, how you could ride a bicycle. And we talk about it and talk about it and talk about it. But at no point do I actually bring out a bicycle. At no point do I actually sit on a bicycle. At no point do I actually, push somebody and let the bicycle go, right? What do you think are going to be the chances of you learning to ride a bicycle? Not very high, because riding a bicycle is a skill, it's not a subject, right? So here's where I think we're going wrong in the United States. We are teaching foreign language as if it were a subject, and it's not a subject, it's a skill. The issue is I've been in way too many foreign language learning and foreign language teaching contexts in the United States in particular, where the name of the game is to sit around and to talk about Spanish. And a lot of, especially in schools and also in some universities, not so much in private adult learning centers, there's this big sort of like sociocultural element, which yes, I think it's important because you do want to know what the culture is that you're visiting, but especially, or what the culture is of the people that you're interacting with. But I really do think that that's a small part. If you have an hour-long lesson and you're going to spend 50 minutes talking about the ingredients to make tapas, and you're going to be, especially if you're talking about that in English, and then you're going to spend another, 5 minutes talking about, the nuances between the formal form and the informal form, because in such and such country, people are more formal, and yeah, that stuff is important, but guess what? You're left with 5 minutes to actually speak Spanish, right? So our approach is we want you to treat learning Spanish or learning another language as a skill. And our commitment to you is to set up lessons in which you are actually practicing those skills, getting those hours under your belt of actually doing, actually performing, actually completing tasks, actually speaking, listening, reading, and writing another language.